Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm bringing you a setup, play and review for the game Crack the Code. Now this is by John Sholters and Sarah Graybill, and it's been published by Indie Boards and Cards. This is a cooperative game, very similar to the game Hanabi and Hanabi Deluxe and other similar games, ages 14 plus for 1 to 4 players. Takes about 30 minutes. Now, it says 30 minutes. I think it generally takes, well, it can be as little as 5 minutes. It's very quick to play the various missions in this. I have played this at all player counts, and I will be setting this up partially to look a bit like it's at any player count, but actually I'll be doing a solo playthrough afterwards. The reason for doing so is especially when trying to demonstrate a playthrough that involves hidden information. It's a bit tricky. I'm glad there is a solo version, which is something Hanabi does not have. And whilst I'm setting up, please enjoy hitting that like button, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when that solo playthrough is available and numerous other videos to the channel. Aside from that, there are various boxes that you can open as you complete various different missions. The very first envelope, envelope A, is actually how you start the game. So you're going to be opening that up and starting. And there are various other counters you could be using, but I've laid out exactly what's going to be needed for that very first mission. Aside from that, there are various mission cards that you can use, but I've deliberately got them out for the very first one as well, and everything else I've put back away in the box. Now these solo cards, again, will be used for that solo playthrough, but these are the starting cards you're going to use. They are various different information cards, command cards in fact, that you're using to try to provide information and move various different counters around. So as I said, we're playing mission 1, which is A1, and we're going to lay these cards out in these little holders here. And as you can kind of see exactly how these all look. Now, the last couple of times I've played red, so I'm going to keep playing red. You will see what I have, I will not see it. I've chosen to deliberately leave the camera as it is, and therefore it's a bit more obviously ambiguous as to where it all could be. Now, aside from that, again, if you hit the playlist, if you're interested in cooperative games, please ensure you check out the playlist for cooperative games, solo playthrough games, and various other things. You have this white bag, it's referred to as. And you're going to place all of these bouncy balls. These are very bouncy, these balls, very rubberized, and just have a look at the kind of stuff going on here. You can easily have a lot of fun just playing with these. They're all going to go into this bag. And again, if you want to see any other how to set up playing reviews, you can see that in the playlists. Any other videos in the Family Weight playlist, which this is in as well, you can check that out too. And even on the box, we actually have Quest mentioned, which I also have, which I'll be bringing to the channel as well. Okay, so we have all these balls in the bag. What you can now do is I'm now just going to move myself so I can't see what's going to come out, but I can see the majority. So just like if I had teammates sat over across from me and to my left and right, the person to my left will not know what this is and where it's being positioned. So I do know what that is. As you can see, you don't know, you could get all of one colour. And you are going to try and figure out how to get the correct combinations into the correct slots before all these cards run out. Now I'm going to move it out of shot slightly, just so I can't see it. I'm closing my eyes, just so I can't see it. And I happen to have just dropped that ball, so let's just do that again, but not see it. So I do know what those are. Of course I know what balls I have, but I'm just going to randomize them. The reason why I know what I have is everybody knows what they have, because I can figure out that I have one red, I have one yellow, and I have one green. And as you can see, they're colorblind friendly because of this. So I have them. What I tend to do is do them in a vertical to my perspective. And as I see what they're going to be, I actually start moving them into a line so I know which way they are. So you are going to draw this deck. These decks do vary per mission. And right now you are going to be shuffling them up, and then the first person can draw a card. The amount of cards you can pick from is the amount of players plus 1. So I'll just do 2. Like I said, there's a similar thing for a solo game. I can pick from these 2 cards. So I can either pick a marble from anywhere in another terminal tray and place it at the end of your terminal tray. So again, I'm trying to get red. So looking at that, I could try and pick one from here or here. Or I could send it. I could pick and send something from here and send it across. But when I send it, I don't know what I'm picking up, and I've got to decide where I want to send it to. So knowing I've got a red, knowing I've got a green, knowing I've got a yellow, I don't know the order. So right now I'm just going to pick on the right hand side. I tend to pick from the right and pass, bring cards in from the left, a bit like Hanabi. In this instance, I'm going to consider just taking the card from the right and let's just send it across for the time being. I happen to be completely right. Well, that was a complete guess. So I'm sending a card. That's now spent. I draw 2 more cards, or an extra card to replace it. So an extra card per player, but again, I'm just showing you how it kind of works. So I can keep going. But the thing is, I've taken my turn, now somebody else can take their turn. But based on what they can see, they can only see 3 things. They can choose to say, well, actually, Simon, I want to take this card, which limits my options, but maybe that's a good thing. So now I can route, I can pick a marble from anywhere in another terminal tray and place the end of a second terminal tray that isn't growing. So looking at this, I could take this, route, and send it over here. And again, that turn's finished, and then you replenish up to now players +1. Again, I could route again, or I could receive. Right now, let's try and receive. So this time I take the red, bring it over here, and each time, I know I've got a red here, and I think I've done it previously, so I've also got rid of that yellow, didn't I? So that's now gone. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I've only got 2 things presently. I don't know the order. I do know the order now, so now I've got a green. Now I can pick anywhere from another terminal tray again, or I've got to receive. So I could choose to pick a marble from anywhere in another terminal tray and place it at either end of your terminal tray. So yeah, I could do that again, pick that up, and now I've got all my reds, I think. There we go, that's a bit of a funny fluke. And now I've got these 2. I could send, well I know this is green, so I'm gonna send it over here. Oh, am I picking up the wrong place? I think I did that right. I think it was, I dropped it by accident when it fell in. But I think I did that correctly. So that's now gone. So I've got the 3 things there. I think that was the send. Okay, and I've got 2 things left. Again, it's a route anywhere to somewhere else. Let's chuck this over here. So blue goes there. Again, it's different multiplayer, but remember, other people have to take your stuff. Now I've got a wild. I might well try and do a 2-player playthrough, but watch my solo playthrough. That's very handy. Quite a different game. It's very clever and tricky, but recommended, very programmable. So wild, and that's the one I want to show you. You can do anything that's already available in your kind of cards that you can play. The reason I mention it like that is each of the different scenarios is like this. It's telling you exactly what's going into the bag, exactly what's going to be in there, and as you progress on, you're getting more balls to deal with, and things take a little bit longer to do. And it can well take half an hour to play some later missions, hence it being half an hour. So right now, I think I'm complete, but I can't announce because everyone has to announce at the same time. Green's looking pretty good. Pick another from anywhere and place either end of yours. So let's do that and do that. And then we've got these 2, so I don't want to send anything, so now I'm stuck with this one, let's say. Wild, well, we could route again. So now we are going to route blue over here. And this again might not be possible because I'm not playing it, obviously, multiplayer. Send, well, of course, I can't do either of them. You can just skip it. And now I've got these left, you can receive it. Well, I don't want to receive anything unless I send it again. Well, which I could choose to do. I could choose to receive a blue this end. And then, of course, send that over here. And then again, receive, I don't want to do. As you can see, we're getting very close. I have completed mine, and we're not far off. 2 more turns, and we'd have done it. So again, there may have been a slight mess up there somewhere. And you can't always do it, but I think it's always been possible. It just comes down to who picks what when. Of course, when you pick something up and it's yours and you don't know what it is, and you send it somewhere, that's the risk. Again, generally you want to pick from the right, and therefore, based on what you can see people have, you can start considering actually what these various things are. Again, really look forward to showing you that solo playthrough. Again, I've played it a couple of times, 1 loss and 1 win, so I'll keep it at the same mission and I'll see how I crack on. I'll now be setting it up for that solo playthrough, which involves this card here. And again, that solo deck, whereby special things will be kicking in. So stay tuned for that and let me know your thoughts, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Again, you can support the channel via check out the description. And of course, if you see that Patreon link, you can do whatever you like to do there. Of course, donate, and also via Instagram, you can follow over 2,200 photographs. All the best. Bye for now.